However, we experienced that of Mr. Ibu, that of Amechi Monago, and the rest, even in the Nollywood, in the Yoruba aspects of Nollywood, same thing. And you keep wondering what is happening. But then the latest one that just happened now happened to be that of Junior Pope, and it gave me a really source of concern because this afternoon, as it happened fresh, on WhatsApp I just got an update where we have a platform for make believe world practitioners, the movie world, and then I got a message, and I was like so baffled about what is happening. I said, "What again?" And a gory picture of someone that drowned, a couple of men that drowned, at Asaba, and then we got a picture. Then we're still skeptical about if the story was true or not. But at the end of the day, it became so real that it was Junior Pope. And we saw an initial video he made while on a speedboat and like pleading with the one who was driving the boat, the speedboat, to slow down, that he has three children and he would like to be alive to father them. He wouldn't want to die and all of that while on transit. And he was really having fun though, and then though the guy will slow down and then he will start again, all of that, and he will yell like, "Hey, what is happening?" and all of that, and then before we saw another gory picture of bodies, being brought to the shore, then people were like kind of yelling and crying about their demise and all of that. But then I want to say something about this. You know, this world is very spiritual, and sometimes we have to show cognizance to these things. Junior Pope, two factors I observed. I'm not a judge here because it could have happened to anyone, and only God knows best. So like some people will say that something must kill a man, but our prayer is that the so unfortunate should not happen to us. Let it be something that is, less painful or so, than to be in a state of pain, excessive like that. That's our prayer though. So I figured out two things. Normally, if you're going to the waters, you need to be, kit up with, with safeguards, like, put on things that will make you to stay afloat in case any mishap, in case of any mishap, while you're on the river or on the sea. But there was nothing like that, no life jacket, and you could hear him saying that, man, that he was taking a risk, and trying to like tell the people that this is what they do, taking risk to bring entertainment to them. And he wasn't putting any life jacket, nothing like that. That was very very bad. People would always see that anxiety like, man, this was a risky thing to do. No life jacket in such a speedboat like that. Probably he can swim. He felt he could swim. That's the area I'm coming to now. Probably you could swim very well, but then what about the spirituality of it? Sometimes you see goddess like those that made before the construction of River Niger, the construction of Third Mainland Bridge, certain sacrifices were made to the goddess, to allow them, because literally they feel like you're disturbing their peace. That's their own side. That's their space. You're disturbing them. So sometimes people do appease them for them to you know have some time to or something to do with where they stay. For them to allow them. And yeah, he was going to work like he stated. Could be a documentary, or maybe they would like moving from one point to another for a movie shoot, or something like that. But then he was making a video on the water. And the truth is this, these spirits will feel like you're disturbing them while you're walking, disturbing our peace and all of that. It could be the reason why such happened, because though we do have boats capsizing and all of that, but sometimes when it happens, the locals, people around attribute it to, like, maybe the sea god is not happy about the situation they're coming around, or not being appeased. Then that's what the locals will always attribute such mishap, to. So who could know, I mean, it could be that factor, like going to work there, like having fun on the river, and it happens. Something like that, though it's on a speculative aspect, but then these are spiritual factors. These are the things that happen. If you ask anybody, they will tell you, and that's the reason why you see, you know, some locals, even when they want to construct a bridge, you know, like there's water there, they normally go to appease the river goddess, like to allow them, to walk, to protect them, to help them for that venture to go, to become successful. They do it, So that was the two aspects I saw it from. Number one, no life jacket. Even if he's not put, if Junior Pope is not putting on a life jacket due to maybe confidence that he could swim. What about the other aspect? What about the other aspect? There are beings, there are spirits in rivers like that, and if they may feel like you didn't appease them and everything, you're coming to walk there, stopping them and all of that, and then they will cause something to happen, or maybe something will just happen. Make you know, bless how they talk, or they try to, like, say one or two things, but these are likely things that could have happened. But it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate to lose such a wonderful Nollywood actor, Pope, to boat mishap or whatever, finding him dead in the water. So alongside his crew members, you know, as they went to shoot. Okay, so it's a very, very risky one and a very unfortunate one. I would say to the family that they should take heart, that they should be strong at these trying times. And I would say that Nollywood should do something very drastic about their welfare. I don't know how united Nollywood is right now, because from what is happening, they seem not to be united. I don't know what the AG and the Actors Guild of Nigeria is doing. I don't know these bodies what they're actually doing. Whether they're just leveraging on collecting, having members, or they're also engaging in welfare, like maybe when their members get sick, how they rally around, to get them well, or to send them overseas for further medical experience, you know so many things. I don't know how their welfare is about this, because a whole lot is happening, and which is not really speaking well about the industry itself. That unity factor is not there, and it's a bad thing that when one is down, nobody you hardly hear people coming for them, like AG, and like the way it is being portrayed, which is very, very bad. And then I don't know what they're doing about the spiritual aspect, because I believe this life is spiritual. Honestly, I don't know how they go about it. Like, especially when they depict certain characters, like you see men and women, you know, acting spirituality. Like, I feel these people are exposing. There are certain things they expose, and some of these gods who don't really like such, and invariably you know, um, they become a scapegoat to these things, to these gods. And I feel that there should be a spiritual factor, to appease, or like to go to pray to God, to avert certain things so that they will be well. Very, very important. I don't know whether these things are being considered. I don't know, by AG and Actors Guild of Nigeria. I don't know. Apart from Actors Guild of Nigeria, what about the individuals? So I think a level of spirituality should be attached right now in Nollywood, because a whole lot is happening, either as a body, AGN, or as individual. You pray yourself out, or maybe you seek more spiritual consciousness, of knowing how to, like, do things so that you get off from some troubles, because the way it is going right now is so enormous. Last time we heard about Zaki Orji, like he traveled out and all of that. I will pray God protects him and he lives long, and and remain in the industry. You know, we don't want these things to be happening. I'm not saying it's not happening to any other industry, but this is a make believe world. These are the people we see on screens every time on the movies and all of that. So when things happen to them, we all tend to know. And if these people are charged to entertain and make people feel happy, and when people feel they're losing them, it's something that is not good to write home about. So I think the AGN should look into it, the spirituality aspect, and then individuals should also understand spirituality as well, like knowing what to do, knowing what to act, knowing where to go, knowing what to do. All these are really, really important, so that you won't be a victim of circumstance like what just happened. I'm not saying that that was what happened to Junior Pope, but for you to be on the surface of the water on a speedboat with your camera and you're talking, definitely there are certain hosts there you're disturbing, and they may not like it, especially if you have not appeased them, or if you're not going with the protective garment of God, or something like that. Anything could have happened. That's the thing. Anyway, it's very unfortunate to say RIP to Junior Pope, but then it's just like a call, that everybody should be careful, especially if you're in the entertainment world, especially in the Nollywood scene. Everybody should be careful because I don't know, it's like there is something going on in the area of spirituality. Like a whole lot is being revealed by these movie practitioners, and maybe spirits also are not really happy about what is happening and decides to be doing one or two things against them, which is somehow against humanity also. So I think a level of spirituality should be adopted at this point in time. Long live the Nollywood industry. Long live our actors. May they live long. That's our prayer. And do what they do and making people happy and all of that. Okay, please don't forget to share and like this video if you like it. Don't forget to click the like button as you're watching. Don't forget to share. And what do you also have to say about what we just made right now? What is your own assumption? What do you feel should be the solution? What do you think could have happened to Junior Pope as we mourn? And likewise, some other actors, because right now as it stands, we may not want to be losing them as well. So what do you think should be done? You can also drop your comments on the video right now, and also share as possible. Let's get our views across all of it. Thank you very much. Okay, and it's a wrap.